Two red carpet moments transformed Love Island USA's Olandria Carthen from reality TV runner-up to fashion's newest icon in under 6 months. And her journey with Nick from the Season 7 villa to the Golden Globes, alongside couples like Ace and Talon, has everyone talking about Nick Olandria's rise to Hollywood glamour. On January 6th and 11th of 2026, Olandria commanded the Golden Globes events with looks that had fashion publications calling her the People's Princess and declaring her arrival as a legitimate force in the industry. If you're obsessed with Nick Olandria like we are, smash that like button right now because this story is wild. To understand why these appearances changed everything, we need to go back to where Olandria's journey started, long before she and Nick became the couple everyone roots for.
Olandria Lachey Carthen entered the world on May 29, 1998 in Decatur, Alabama, the eldest of 6 kids with 2 younger sisters and 3 younger brothers. What sets her apart from so many people in entertainment is this: she was the first person in her entire family to finish high school and attend college, carrying the weight and pride of everyone who came before her. Tuskegee University, one of the most prestigious HBCUs in the country, became her home, where she initially studied computer science before switching to logistics, materials, and supply chain management and graduating in 2022. After walking across that stage with her degree, she landed a position as a sales associate at Otis Elevator Company in Houston, Texas, working in the elevator and escalator industry and earning somewhere between $65,000 and $97,000 annually. Not the glamorous Hollywood origin story most people picture when they see someone on a red carpet dripping in diamonds. The nickname Bama Barbie captures everything about who she is. Southern roots planted deep, confidence that won't apologize for itself, and that polished presentation that would serve her perfectly when the cameras started rolling on Love Island, USA.
May 29, 2025, her 27th birthday, brought the announcement that changed her trajectory. Olandria Carthen was joining Love Island USA Season 7 as a Day 1 Islander. Anyone who's watched the show knows it's not a walk in the park, with cameras capturing every moment while you're coupling up with strangers, navigating romantic drama that gets messier by the day, and knowing the public votes on everything you do. Black women on these dating shows face different standards and different treatment, making the experience even more challenging. And Olandria was one of only 2 black women in the original cast when the villa doors opened. Taylor Williams, a cowboy from Oklahoma, became her initial coupling, and during Casa Amor, when the villa splits and new people test the couples, she coupled with Jaylen Brown. Her real connection formed with Nicholas Van Steenberg, who everyone calls Nick, a 24-year-old registered nurse and model from Jacksonville, Florida, and the chemistry between them became undeniable. Fans started calling them Nick Olandria because their relationship felt different from the typical Love Island drama, more genuine and grounded, and they became the couple that had viewers invested in their happy ending. Day 32 brought the finale, where they finished as runners-up in 2nd place, but anyone who watched knows 2nd place doesn't tell the whole story when you leave with the kind of fan support Olandria had built. Grace, composure, and authenticity made her an instant fan favorite, with people dubbing her the People's Princess and Motherlandria, the kind of love from viewers that doesn't happen unless you're doing something real. And before we go any further, if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? We're covering every step of Nick Olandria's journey, so hit that subscribe button. Looking back on her time in the villa, Olandria explained her composure this way: "Honestly, even when I was younger, I always had way more to lose than people that I was kind of getting into it with. I had scholarships, I had awards. That mindset carried her through every challenge Love Island threw at her and prepared her for what came next."
While Olandria was still living in the Love Island villa, two stylists named Matthew and Reginald Reisman sat watching the show and saw something special enough to reach out via Instagram before she even left. Their explanation for why they wanted to work with her tells you everything. As a fan and watching the show, she, for us, was this standout of grace, integrity, and beauty, and she really resonated with us. To us, she really just stood out and separated herself from the rest of the cast. August 2025 arrived with Olandria signing to Digital Brand Architects, a management company owned by United Talent Agency, just weeks after walking out of that villa, and the machine kicked into high gear faster than anyone expected. That same month, she attended the MTV Video Music Awards, where Vogue recognized her as having one of the best beauty looks of the night, marking her first major red carpet moment in her post-Love Island life.
Brand deals started flooding in at a pace that would make most influencers jealous. NYX Cosmetics created an official Olandria lip kit that sold out in minutes, proving the couple's fan base was ready to support anything with their name on it. Partnerships followed with Amazon, Hyundai, Microsoft, Vaseline, Aveeno, Shea Moisture, EOS, Raising Cane's, DoorDash, Shark Beauty, Liquid IV, and then the bigger fashion collaborations came through with UGG for their 2025 Fluff Mama Global campaign and Reebok for the Angel Reese One campaign, plus Kulani Kinis, Agua de Kefir, and Sweet Green. Age, one of the most respected voices in advertising and marketing, named her one of the top 5 breakout creators of 2025 and praised her approach by saying she was taking a deliberate approach to transforming momentary fame into a sustainable personal brand. Translation, she wasn't treating this like 15 minutes of fame to milk dry, but rather building something that could last.
September 2025 brought Fashion Week, and Olandria didn't just attend as a celebrity guest sitting front row. Her runway debut came at the Sergio Hudson Spring-Summer 2026 show during New York Fashion Week, and she also walked into the Off-White Spring 2026 show, Alexander Wang Spring 2026, and Theophilio Spring-Summer 2026. 2 months after leaving a reality TV villa, she was walking runways as a legitimate fashion model, which is not a path most people can claim. November turned into the month where everything accelerated beyond what seemed possible. November 3rd brought the CFDA Fashion Awards, where she wore a custom Brandon Blackwood dress, and the next day, on November 4th, she attended the Glamour Women of the Year Awards in a Christian Siriano silk taffeta gown. But that same night brought something even bigger.
The Ebony People's Choice Award at the Ebony Power 100 Gala went to Olandria on November 4th, which meant she won against nominees like Tracy Ellis Ross, Jasmine Crockett, Audra McDonald, Taylor Townsend, and Elmine. These are established women with years of accomplishments, and Olandria took home the award after just months in the public eye. She was also featured on the Ebony 2025 Power issue cover with the other honorees, cementing her place in that conversation. October 20th had already brought her inclusion in Cosmopolitan's Z-Stars class of 2025, and November 8th added her name to the Route 100, alongside Kamala Harris, Beyoncé, Denzel Washington, and Kendrick Lamar. 6 months separated Love Island runner-up from being honored alongside some of the most powerful people in America, which is the kind of timeline that seems impossible until someone actually does it. Designer Brandon Blackwood, who created one of her red carpet looks, explained what makes working with her special. She doesn't just wear clothes, she tells a story through them. That storytelling ability shows in every appearance she makes, and in her own words to Harper's Bazaar Vietnam in November 2025, her style preference centers on clothes that have a defined silhouette and a statement piece. The Golden Globes were about to give her the perfect stage to demonstrate exactly what she meant. January 6, 2026, the Beverly Hilton in Beverly Hills hosted the Golden Eve event, a pre-Golden Globes rehearsal honoring Helen Mirren and Sarah Jessica Parker, and Olandria arrived ready to make a statement before the main event even happened. Nigerian designer Savan Dejana created the custom piece she wore, an adaptation of look 4 from his Fall 2025 collection, modified specifically for this moment. Picture a freestanding, square-necked bodice in black velvet covered with floral beadwork and celestial gemstones, dropping into an olive satin train that flowed behind her with every step. A three-dimensional pink rosette sat as the centerpiece at her waist, and semi-sheer detailing with botanical motifs ran throughout the dress, creating texture and visual interest from every angle. The original runway version featured an elongated face-covering element, but they modified it to a squared-off neckline that showcased Olandria's face and shoulders, letting her be the star instead of hiding behind the fashion. Diamond stud earrings and matching rings kept the jewelry simple and let the dress do the talking. Kimora Mulan handled makeup duties and created statement pink blush using NYX Sweet Cheeks layered with Juvia's Place Blushed Duo in Volume 3 and Volume 4, building what they described as a budding pink flower effect on her cheeks that tied into the botanical theme of the dress. Her custom Barbie blonde hair, created by her Houston hairstylist Micah and styled for the event by Ty Simon, completed the look with that signature color she'd been wearing since leaving the villa. Matthew and Reginald Reisman, the styling duo who'd reached out on Instagram months earlier, brought this entire vision together with precision. Marie Claire described the result as an award-worthy semi-sheer gown, and the green and pink color story with the botanical theme sent a clear message. Olandria Carthen had arrived and wasn't playing around. Okay, quick pause. If this video is giving you all the behind-the-scenes details you've been dying to know about Olandria's fashion moments, do me a favor and tap that like button. It helps more than you think, and I'll keep bringing you this level of detail on Nick Olandria's journey. January 11th, 2026, the Beverly Hilton hosted the 83rd Annual Golden Globes with Nikki Glazer as host, airing on CBS and streaming on Paramount+, and this was the moment everyone had been waiting for. Hollywood's biggest stars would show up in their finest looks, competing for attention from the world's fashion media, and Olandria was about to hold her own against all of them. Christian Siriano created the custom gown she wore, and the moment she stepped onto that red carpet, reactions started flooding social media and fashion publications. Emerald green, that jewel-tone Kelly green that jumps off the screen under camera lights, wrapped her body in a trumpet silhouette that flared dramatically at the hem. The strapless, corseted bodice featured boning for structure and support, and the layered neckline incorporated a semi-visible bra detail that was actually trending that night across multiple looks. Fitted through her hips, the dress hugged every curve before breaking into a dramatic sculptured flare at the bottom, the kind of expert construction that shows why Christian Siriano has become one of the most sought-after designers in the industry. Form met function in a way that looked effortless but required serious technical skill to execute. Jewelry came from A. Jaffe, Annabella Chan, and Anaya, including a diamond collar necklace that caught light with every movement, and multiple outlets used the same phrase to describe the overall effect. She was dripping in diamonds. The accessories elevated the look without competing with the dress for attention. What completed the transformation was the hair change, from blonde to rich auburn, styled in a twisted chignon at the nape of her neck, a sleek bun that screamed classic elegance in old Hollywood glamour. Her makeup featured a brown-toned supermodel lip with gloss using NYX spiked toffee and lava cake glosses, blushing pink cheeks, long half lashes, and a sultry body glow that gave everything that timeless quality fashion editors love. Golden Globes, Golden Glow was the caption she posted on Instagram, and while she walked the red carpet solo, she and Nick had arrived together according to official photos, keeping their relationship private while still supporting each other through these massive career moments. Fashion media responded immediately and enthusiastically to what Olandria brought to the Golden Globes red carpet, with publications racing to feature her in their coverage.
Yahoo wrote that she wore a structured emerald green gown with a corseted bodice and a dramatic flared hem, keeping their description straightforward and focused on the construction. Bella Nija went further with their declaration, emerald green, a corset, a dramatic flare, and suddenly Olandria Carthen owns the 2026 Golden Globes red carpet, recognizing that this wasn't just a nice dress, but a defining moment. Hello Beautiful stated plainly that one of the biggest fashion moments of the night belongs to Olandria Carthen,